G'day ladies and germs, Conor here from C-Dubs Media, back with another video. And today we're having a look at the Outlier Pros from Creative. A nice, neat little pair of earbuds that I reckon deserve a bit of a mention. So without further ado, hit the like button and the subscribe button and let's get stuck into the video. Let's go. Now before I get into my personal experience using the Creative Outlier Pros, I just want to go through the specs quickly. We have active noise cancellation. We have ambient mode, reading off the box here too. We have ambient mode. We have 60 hours total playtime and 15 hours per charge for the earbud. Every time the earbuds run flat, whack them here, charge them up, you get another 15 hours of use out of them. That is a lot of use. That's a lot of use for a pair of earbuds. We have Bluetooth version 5.2. We have 6 mics for active noise cancellation, and so things, especially humming noises like cars, planes, trains, automobiles, all that sort of thing, it's going to block out a lot of sound. We have wireless charging, which is always handy, and I do use that mainly. We have graphene coated drivers, and they are 10mm drivers, so pretty good size for an earbud. We have touch controls, IPX5 sweat proof, and works with Siri or Google. Some decent specs here. Now there is also an app that is available on Google or on Apple, and you download it. It's called the Creative app, and in there you can go in and you can adjust the touch controls. So it's pretty easy to set up. Open the case, make sure everything's fully charged, then open the case, go into pairing mode on your phone, and there they are. Whether it's Android or Apple, this is my experience, it works really well. Then once they were set up, I went into the app and created the best user experience for me. So I could not only just choose the equalizer setting, which could be for talking or hip hop or R&B, you can also set it per game and you can create your own. So that's pretty good to see in there as well. But I didn't create any, I just went in there, and if I was playing Genshin Impact, then that's the one I chose. If I was listening to podcasts, I'd choose vocal, and so on. You get the picture. But then I would go in and I could say, double tap on the right ear for play, pause, or answering and rejecting calls. Double tap on the left ear to skip forward one song. Triple tap on the right to skip back one song. And then tap and hold for your assistant, or you can tap and hold on the left to go up with the volume. Tap and hold on the right to go down with the volume. And you can change all these to suit your needs. You don't have those few options to choose from. Whatever works best for you. And just over the years, I've developed this little sequence of taps that suit me. And as long as I can customize these in any earbud, I'm pretty much happy with that. And I get that option here with the Outlier Pros. Really good. Now the case is made of plastic, as are the earbuds, and they do feel plastic, I must say that. But most earbuds do. It's pretty unusual to get any that don't. Now the cases around this $100 price point are a bit of a sticking point for me. You know, you get the flimsy lids and all that sort of thing. And I do think that the case on the Outlier Pro just could be a little bit more sturdy. It is a little bit wobbly when you open it, which does give it a bit of a cheap feeling. Now, I don't think these are a cheap knockoff brand of headphones. I think they are good in their own right, but the case does feel a little bit on the cheap side. Now, when you slide it open and closed, it sort of gets stuck out and then pops in quite quickly. But opening them is pretty smooth. Just getting them closed again can be a little bit fiddly, is the right term. Fiddly. I mean, it closes every time, but it's just a bit harder to push them in. That aside, it's a good looking case with plenty of juice in the battery. On the top of the case, you do have 3 LED lights, and that tells you by color how full the battery is on the earbuds and on the case as well. So that's a handy little feature to have as well. I do like that. And that's where your charging port is as well. USB Type-C, and these are sci-fi ready, so they're really primed for some good audio listening. I do like that. Now, I must have a sip of my coffee. 10 o'clock at night, need my coffee. Now the earbuds themselves are quite big. And this is how you get 15 hours per charge out of them. So I'll just show you. That is pretty big. And you know, I'm comparing these to like say a pair of Galaxy Buds or even like your Pixel Buds. These are quite big. Now, something I do want to point out, they do not have wingtips. And I guess, to be fair, like I'm a runner. I run every day. So if I'm going to review headphones, and take note companies, if I'm going to review headphones, they really should be designed for runners, because that's where I'm going to do the testing. That's where I listen to my music. That's where I listen to my podcast. It's important that they stay in while I'm doing that. And unfortunately, these don't stay in when I'm running. They're just not designed to. They do stay in when I'm cycling. I've used them on lots of cycling exercises, and I've used them while I was driving to test them out, but also just general commuting. They're fine, they stay in. Or if you're sitting at your work desk or home, watching content on your phone or gaming, these are fine, really no problem at all. But if you're a runner, you're gonna wanna choose something else that comes with wingtips. Sorry, creative, I know you didn't want me to say that. Now, I can definitely say that the battery life is what it says it is on the box. Like, I don't have my volume on my earbuds, on any earbuds, at 100%. And maybe if I did, the battery would reduce a bit quicker. But for me, 50 to 70% is generally where I sit. And at that volume, with noise cancelling on, I get what they're saying that you're going to get on these. Now, with noise cancelling, it does bring it down a bit, but they don't shy away from that either. They do say that that is the case. I expect that. But to get 15 hours out of one charge and 60 hours total, like I always say, like if I work out for 1 hour a day and that's when I use my earbuds, I'm going to get 60 workouts out of a full charge for the case and the buds. So that's a lot of battery life. You can fly anywhere in the world with these things, they're not going to go flat. And they sound pretty good, which brings me to my next point. The equalizer settings on these are in depth. There is a lot of options to choose from. I'll just get the phone. Now, I'm just going to go into the settings quickly and show you the amount of equalizer settings. Okay, ladies and germs, just quickly jumping in here because I have a problem with the Outlier Pros. So ambient mode stopped working, and so did active noise cancellation. Well, let me clarify. Active noise cancellation works, but it is the only mode that works. I can't turn it off, and I can't use ambient mode either. When I change the settings, nothing actually changes within the earbuds, and same when I choose a music profile or a sound profile. So I can go from vocal to R&B to anything else, and it all sounds exactly the same. It doesn't actually change. I have rebooted the firmware through the earbuds twice now to try and fix it, and it hasn't worked. So this is going to be a software issue, and I'm sure that they'll update it soon. But I've got to tell you that right now, it's just plug and play because it stopped working and I can't fix it. So the sound is good, but you cannot adjust it. The thought is there to make these amazing, but they're not quite there yet. So I would give these a miss until they fix it. If they do fix it, I'll leave comments down below. So all this actually happened after I'd filmed my review and then still using them because they sound good, and then this played up and I just can't fix it. So I've got to re-record this part, make sure that you all get the message that there is a bug in the software that makes it a little bit featureless because nothing actually changes. So unhappy days, happy days, whatever you want to call it. But as you know, you'll get the truth from C-Dubs Media. Back to the rest of the review. Now, they do say on there IPX5, which means sweat resistance, and I do believe that's all you're going to get out of it is sweat resistance, because IPX5 isn't much. It's not rated for dust, and the 5 rating for water, it's quite low. But, you know, if you just wear them for commuting or work or, you know, doing stuff around the house or gaming, then you're not going to get them too wet. And I have done some quite vigorous exercises in them, and the sweat has not affected the use of the Outlier Pros. So don't see too many problems there with the IPX5. As long as you stay out of heavy rain and obviously don't jump in the pool with them on, they should be okay. Then, like I was saying, for sound quality, we have your highs, your mids, and your lows that all sit pretty well on the Outlier Pros. I mean, I sit with the volume between 50 and 70%, and I enjoy the experience quite well. It's not too loud at that volume. The battery lasts longer at that volume. and the highs, mids and lows all sit really well in that range. I found it quite enjoyable to listen to. You can pump them up quite high and you still don't get too much distortion at the top end, which is nice. The highs are not really tinny or shrill like they can be on some of their cheaper headphones, so there's some good quality there. The lows are really nice and the mids are right where they should be. So again, judging sound is subjective. Everyone's hearing is different. For me, it ain't too bad. I do like the quality of them. I do like the sound output. They're definitely a $100 pair of earbuds. For sound quality, they're good. And if you don't want to buy a pair, consider hitting the super supporter button thingy here and throwing a couple of bucks my way for a cup of coffee. That would be greatly appreciated as well. Didn't know you could do that, but you can. So if you feel like it, help us out. Thank you for watching this video. I really love you all, and I will catch you in the next video. Check out.